you, I don't wanna pretend. If he ain't spending money, I just go with a friend. If you can give me dollars, give me pound, give me in. Purple, black, Maybach, yeah, that's me. Up, that ain't free. Ain't dead to me, R.I.P. That dope, she ain't me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? If I wanna test me, I ace it. I don't wait for nobody, I'm impatient. Trip off who? I'm on vacation. I pop when I do it, I'm flagrant. Never is out bake. Please don't compare me to that's basic. The money only thing I'm chasing. Body snatch, you know I'm Debbie Caking. Men like to talk it, I hate it. Ain't hitting it, I erase it. New money, many outdated. If he say he don't love me, that's hatred. Call me Miss, pull up in the latest. Double R truck, backseat, too spacious. Cartier braces, big faces. 5,500 when I pay for my laces. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me?
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we ain't friends. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it's speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come from free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, he can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want some...
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Room to maneuver at the 35. Down the right sideline. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Pacheco once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it. I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Richardson going to move them around. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Being chased out left. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Taking it right down Broadway. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
Having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see about me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Can you hear me?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. In motion left is Higgins. Right to the air is Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Richardson to the air on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. 23 yards, the final tally.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Downs going in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Jones. Now he gets free up the left sideline and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Flush to his right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. There, Richardson back to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Josh Downs, 52 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
12.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
11. 45. And it's getting in holes. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. You ain't got nothing. 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be touchdown short of a first. And it's 4th down coming up.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. I can't believe they even let you play. 45's the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 45, mic, 45. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 13.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
44, Mike, 11 MT. Watch the slam. 44 to Mike.
On third down, Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now Burrow on first down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Richardson going to change the play here. They go play action here on first down. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Richardson on 4th down. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
That's how you flip field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Richardson going to shift things up. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Richardson looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.
been on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we could do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, putting working on the phones. Either that or drive the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Colts...
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20-some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The street, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like A, hit the red dot like A, finger on the like A. Shooting my shot like A, hit the red dot like A, their spot like A. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like A. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like A. Shooting my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. This ball complete to Durham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
But Juju Brents comes up for the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one going to come up short, low throw.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing, Mayfield. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Richardson going to move him around.
19 light.
To throw is Richardson. To throw on second down. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 45 yards. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Opting to run again here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So they opted to run the ball there on third down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football and they pick up the first down. Give that man a ton of credit.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught by Durham. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy complete.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans from 19 yards away. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn play with.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want